Well, the humidity still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20. The 22. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Thomas will come in motion right. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd down and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And that's complete TTN out of the backfield. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Britton Strange with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Downs going in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Pickett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 19 yards away. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end. Here's Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, run!
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pickett. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future. It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here is 3rd and 5. Now Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. This is caught. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw, Pickett. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying force play.
Well, it's hit and the ball is free. But fortunately, he's able to cover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. They'll look to throw now on first down. This ball caught by Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 3. Pickett sets up play action. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jags will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 70 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. De'Ami Brown, 58 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Warren. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Pickett. That complete to Downs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, this is blocked. And the Jags get... There he goes, left side. And the Jags get it. But he will not be able to bring this one back. And the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, a 23-yard run. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Pickett. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds Austin. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Murray. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people around offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Here's a give up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Pickett. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Pickett.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Eric Armstead coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
Dancing to his left.
He'll let one go deep for downs. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And his kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Pickett now from the gun here.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.